this is Barbie Figueroa and welcome back to this video. All right, so we've completed step 3, which is using your brand graphics kit. If you haven't watched those videos yet and you're not on the Brand Swatch Studio website already, then make sure to check the playlist at the very end of this video to see the entire series. Now, if you are on the brandswatchstudio.com website, then now we are going into step 4, which is building your website. Now, we have multiple ways to build your website inside of Brand Swatch Studio. And in this video, we're going to be focusing on the Build Your Website Anywhere blueprint. This is a platform agnostic 7-page personal brand blueprint and AI website copy prompts option. This option is for you if you're already with a platform that you love, but your website is not converting the way you hoped it would. We want to meet you where you are so you can build on the platform you love, whether that's High Level or Kartra or Systeme.io or even WordPress. When you use our step-by-step Build Anywhere blueprint, it will guide you through creating a lead converting website for your business that looks like you hired a pro. Now, in this video, I want to share a little bit of an example of what to expect when you invest in the Build Anywhere blueprint. So we're going to go through the home page so you can see exactly what to expect and how it works. Now, before we dive into the homepage blueprint, I want you to make one massive mindset shift. Your website is not just a pretty digital brochure. Think of your website as Grand Central Station, except it's your brand central station. Social media, emails, and lead magnets are just the trains that are bringing people in. But this is the central hub where you own the experience, guide the journey, and control the narrative. It's one of the single most important assets in your entire business because it does the heavy lifting for you. It tells your story, it establishes immediate trust, and it pre-sells your offers before you ever hop on a call or send an invoice. So, let me show you step by step how the Build Anywhere blueprint turns a basic page into a high converting hub that works for you 24/7. All right, now before we go through the homepage blueprint, let me know if you can relate. Let's talk about what usually happens when you buy a standard template or if you grab a default layout inside of your website builder. Most templates might give you a decent structural layout, but 9 times out of 10, they leave you stranded with general lorem ipsum or my personal favorite placeholder copy about cupcake bakeries and icing recipes. Yeah, I've bought templates where I totally give credit to the owner for creating beautiful templates, but when it comes to the copy, their placeholder text is about cupcakes, icing, bakery references, and it's just like, huh? So it tends to leave you more confused than when you started because you're stuck trying to figure out what to actually write in every block or every section. The Brand Swatch Studio Build Anywhere blueprint is totally different. So instead of empty placeholders, it guides you section by section through a proven story structure built on the PAS, which is Problem, Agitate, Solution copywriting framework. World-class copywriters use this framework for their copy. The primary goal here isn't just filling in space. It's making an immediate connection with your visitor, so they instantly see their exact problem reflected back to them and recognize you as the expert guide who can help them fix it and feel empowered to take action or take the next step. So let me show you how each section builds the story step by step. All right, so when you invest in your Build Anywhere website blueprint, you are going to receive a booklet that is approximately 19 pages long, and has the blueprint for every single page of the website. And not only does it have every single page of the website, you're also going to get notes on the side of each and every page that is going to guide you section by section. So if you see right here, and I'm going to close up in a minute when I show you the home page, you'll see that there is a number 1 here for this section, and then there are notes that go with that section. That way, no matter where you're building, you are going to have step-by-step instructions to make sure that you are following along and that you are building something that is going to convert. This is like wanting to build your own home and then going to an architect and purchasing blueprints for your favorite model. This is exactly what this is. So you are basically buying the architectural blueprints to build a lead converting personal brand website on any platform that you choose. Okay, so this is what you're going to receive. But not only that, you're also going to receive the master copywriting prompt. Now, I have strategically and surgically created a prompt that all you have to do is enter some very vital information into the prompt before you paste it into the AI. When you follow this prompt, it is going to create the copy for each and every section of each and every page of your website. And then all you have to do is go in there and do some minor tweaking. It's very, very powerful. And then you're also going to receive your website launch kit. That is where I will go into the next video. I'm going to show you the other options that you have to get a done-for-you website template that's 80% completed, so that if you don't want to go through this and you want to speed up the process, we're here to meet you where you are. All right, I just want to give you a quick sneak peek at the homepage blueprint, and all the other pages are just like this. They have the name of the page, and they also have the sidebar over here with notes so that you can follow along. And then remember, these are just guides. If you use the copywriting prompt, it will give you the text that you need to fill out the copy section by section. Now, obviously, there are many type of businesses out there. This is more so for someone who is a coach or someone who is providing services, or a creator who you're selling, your digital products or programs. And so this is the template that we have as of the date of this video. So number 1 is the hero section. This is what is above the fold. It is kind of like a paint by numbers blueprint. It is a black and white, and that way you can apply your own brand colors to it once you're inside of your builder, or you can purchase one of our done for you brand graphics kits that is already complete with its own color palette, color swatch, backgrounds, etc. So you can build the website to your liking, to your personality, to the colors that appeal to you, etc. But we have all the placeholders for you to build this out. So if you're in WordPress, all you have to do is, build out your navigation menu. Make sure you have all these pages. Make sure you have your call to action button. The structure and the strategy are already built into the blueprint. So maybe you don't want to book a strategy call. That's okay. You can put download my lead magnet or explore my programs over here. And then it'll tell you hero section. The purpose is to grab attention with a benefit driven headline that speaks directly to your ideal client. Keep it clear, specific, and emotional. Use your biggest frustration in brackets. Strong call to action buttons lead to booking or learning more. So it depends on the business that you have. You have to have the goal already in mind, but this blueprint is just going to make things easier as far as structuring it for conversion. Then the next section is section 2, which is we're establishing the problem. So this sample headline says, a great calling without a clear plan leads to frustration. You know you're capable of making a bigger impact, but building an online business can feel overwhelming. Without a clear direction, it's easy to spend months creating content, changing ideas, and wondering why things aren't gaining any traction. So here are the pain points. You aren't sure what to focus on first. You're trying to do everything yourself. Your message isn't attracting the right people. You feel stuck comparing yourself to everyone else. You know you have more to offer. Now, inside of the copywriting prompt, it's going to ask you for your niche. So you might be a relationship coach and it'll give you the copy for that. If you are a health and wellness coach, it'll give you more of the health and wellness type of copy. And then you come in here and you plug in the bullet points, you plug in the headline, body copy here for the problem section, so that you are following this story-driven problem, agitate, solution framework, so that at the end, the goal is for your visitor to take action. Okay. So then over here on the second section is the problem. The purpose is to highlight the struggle your ideal client is experiencing. Use bullet points to make it easy to scan, speak directly to their pain points. So we already have the model. There is no lorem ipsum. There is no cupcake bakery icing text. This is real world text, and you're going to replace with the problems that your client is facing in your niche. Okay. And then you'll notice that it also has placeholders. So here it has a hero image. The idea is for you to replace this with your own image or the hero image that you find appropriate to put there. Where you see these exclamation points or brand graphics kits, they come with icon sets. So the idea is to replace each exclamation icon with your own icon. So you can do that with your own icons, or when you buy one of our brand graphics kits, the icons are already included. So it's basically just swap out the icon of your choice so that step by step your website starts to look like it was designed by a pro. Okay. So everything has been thoughtfully crafted to create a lead converting website that converts for your business. And so here I have a placeholder, but here you want to put your image. And then here are some of the bullet points that you're going to want to change, etc. So then, it starts to resolve. We're starting to take your visitor through a journey. So we're taking them through the hero section, the problem. You're the person that can help them. Here's the plan to help them. And then the solution, ready to get started, your first call to action, some social proof with success stories, and then what happens if you don't take action, and then the final call to action. So it is highly conversion focused so that step by step, section by section, you can follow along with complete clarity. All right, so now that you know how that works, you have a couple of options. You can purchase the Build Your Website Anywhere blueprint by itself and apply everything in there to any platform, provided that you have your own color palette and you already have your design aesthetic, etc. You can use this as your guide for turning your website into a lead converting website. Or you can plus it and also pick up one of our brand Swatch graphics kits that already includes the color palette, the backgrounds, the icon sets, and everything that you need to build your entire online presence, including your social media graphics, training tutorials, and step-by-step guides. So you can grab the copy by itself, or you can plus it by adding one of our brand Swatch graphics kits. Now, if you want to save a ton of time and you're like, do you have a ready-to-install template by itself that I can start applying my colors to that already has everything structured? That sounds like you. Then you're going to love our next option for building a website, and that is using our black and white, I call it like paint by numbers style, ready to install high-level template. So I'll show you what that's like in the next video. All right, so if you want to grab your copy of the Build Your Website Anywhere blueprint, just visit the store if you're not there already at brandswatchstudio.com and look under educational guides, and you can grab your copy from there. If you're already on our website, head on over to the educational guides section and pick up the copy of your blueprint. If you want to see the next way to build your website with our black and white high-level template, then make sure to watch the next video. If you're watching this video outside of brandswatchstudio.com, Make sure to check out the playlist at the end of this video so that you can see exactly how our Brand Swatch Studio system works. And if you are on Brand Swatch Studio watching this video and you want to see the rest of your options, then make sure to watch the next video. So with that being said, this has been Barbie Figueroa, and I will see you on the next video.